Welcome in, Sagittarius. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a general collective message for you for January. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This could happen at any point in time. This could have already happened, is happening right now, or is about to happen. And this is for any major Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. And so if this message does not resonate, check your other signs and placements, and don't forget that characters' energies can be swapped around, but don't cram yourself into a message that's not meant for you, Sagittarius. And so let's talk about what came through in meditation before jumping in with the cards. And so I feel like you're in this passageway. It felt like a passageway of the heart, so a heart chakra activation. I just feel like there's this spiritual undertone coming through for you, Sag, almost like states of euphoria, and then an undertone of a release of a very dark energy of some pent-up emotions being released. And so I feel you're kind of stuck. I also was shown like things piling up, so you might have things piling up that you've put off. You could have a pile of debt. There could be financial debt or karmic debt here that is reaching completion and needing to be dealt with. I also felt a very seductive energy around you that needs to be lifted, that really needs to be released, Sagittarius. I just feel like, yeah, something needs to be left. Something really needs to be left. So I feel you might have like a realization of what needs to be left behind, or like a realization of like, oh my God, this is not my person. This is not my soulmate. I don't even know who I'm dealing with. So like maybe somebody's mask is going to come off. And I was shown a snake. So you might be dealing with a snake, but I just felt like a huge whoosh, like a huge like release of a weight of responsibilities. And it was this energy of like the passageway of like going back home to self, like in the heart space. So let's jump in a little bit further, and we're going to dig into the dark mirror. So we're kind of in this very powerful energy collectively, moving from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. And so we have Pluto in Capricorn right now, and Pluto will be moving into Aquarius this week. So those are some big energies. So let's see what your dark mirror is. We get revenge and a parasite. I feel like a realization of somebody that maybe used you, sucked you dry like a parasite, like a vampire, and wanting to seek revenge. And so I feel like a catalyst that might have maybe activated like your dark, shadowy, feminine energy. So maybe you're a dark moon Lilith in Gemini. I would look to your Lilith placement. I feel like an activation of seeking revenge. So I do feel there's like big time changes here. It's like you really need to face why you're seeking revenge. And sometimes the best revenge is just choosing yourself and moving on, Gemini. But I do feel with the 19, there is some karmic debt here being paid off. So maybe the debt's been paid, but you do, it's like you want revenge, I feel, for maybe feeling used or lied to or abused. But we're going to see what the dark mirror is for you, Gemini. Dark mirror, or Sagittarius. Maybe you're dealing with a Gemini. Dark mirror for Sag, please. Oh, there we go. Okay, Queen of my world in reversed, fated to suffer. I feel like you got tricked. I feel like somebody disrespected you and you're seeking revenge with that dark mirror. So 25 breaking down to a 7. I feel last year was a year of disillusionment, Sagittarius, and maybe you got tempted. But I feel this is the energy of truth being exposed. And I do feel this hurts. I think a realization of, yeah, maybe you've been lied to and you're not the queen of somebody's world anymore. And I do feel like there's so much resistance to moving on because you want revenge. And then we get the bottom of the deck, we get the parasite energy again and downcast pride. So there is some type of an awakening going on here. And maybe this has really made you look like a fool. I think you're feeling like a fool. I think you gave a lot to this person and you forgot who you were. And I do feel maybe this person come along to show you to choose healing of yourself. I think you regret investing in a situation. There's a lot of anger here, I feel. And so this is like the shadowy Queen of Wands in reverse. So there could be like some codependencies here, some jealousy, some anger, some neediness here that needs to be released. It's like everything is like you're seeing red. So I feel there's a lot of anger due to a shift or a realization of maybe somebody was only using you for something. So let's go a little bit deeper here, Sagittarius, and let's dig into the archetype. Ooh, we get the martyr. And we get the Samaritan. So the martyr like plays the victim, right? Is always the victim, is addicted to needing to be rescued, and or like, hey, like that's the one that got away, but hey, I gotta let you go because you deserve better than me. There's some type of martyr energy here, I feel, but you're learning to transcend this. I just feel like there's gonna be a release, because it's like this person isn't valuing you, appreciating you. I feel it's like you're redefining what it means to give to somebody. I feel like this energy of you're feeling ignored. And so maybe playing into some karmic energy of playing the victim. But I feel there's like a negative, destructive, shadowy aspect that's being triggered through this passageway. Okay, we get the Servant with the Poet. And the bottom of the deck, we get the Lovers with the Victim. So I do feel like, you feel tricked. I feel maybe you've been through a cycle of suffering with somebody where they had you under the veil of illusion of you thinking that you were their person, and the whole time wanting or thinking about another lover. I do feel this is triggering a lot of obsessive, passionate, self-destructive behaviors in you, Sagittarius, is what I'm feeling. And this could cause a lot of harm to yourself and others. I feel like you're like so devoted to, no, this is my person, this is my person. And it's like maybe you're going to get whatever you can from them from this ending. It's like you want unbridled revenge. It's like you're going to get what is owed to you, is the energy coming through, Sagittarius. I do feel you had unbridled devotion to this person, and you're not getting what you thought you were going to get out of this situation. I think you were like a selfless servant to this person. It's like you opened up your heart to this person. You really like gave it your all, and I do feel like, and now it's like destruction all around you. So I feel a negative judgment. I do feel like this is bad karma playing out in your physical world right now in January. And maybe there's a lack of money. I do feel money. Maybe somebody used another for money. But I feel it's like you were this person's servant. It's like you waited on them hand and foot. And the whole time they wanted to go towards somebody else. And so I do feel like it's time to maybe recognize where you've been playing the victim. Because people can only victimize us if we let them victimize us. But I feel playing the victim has really prevented yourself from seeing things clearly. And I think like, playing into any forms of pity is only going to hinder progress. And so you really need to maintain some personal boundaries right now. Yeah, it's like you were selflessly devoted to this person. I think there's a lot of gossip surrounding an ending, which is creating a lot of embarrassment. I think you're feeling embarrassed. I think you're feeling betrayed. I think there's a lot of secret information coming to light, which is really awakening you to see things in a different light here. Because I do feel somebody really didn't honor you and really broke your trust. And I do think you had a lot of love for this person. And I think this is all reaching completion in January. But let's jump in with some tarot, Sagittarius, and see what else needs to come through. I feel like you're dealing with a Gemini. I feel like that's where the gossip energy is coming from. So there's something, being alchemized between the Sagittarius and Gemini axis. Okay, we get the Five of Wands with the Chariot. So we could be dealing with a Cancer. But I feel there was a lot of conflicting outside opinions that got in the mix here. There is a lot of gossip going on here. And so we're taking it this way. We get the Three of Wands with the Four of Coins in reverse. And the bottom of the deck, we get the Page of Wands with the Justice and the King of Cups reversed. With the Queen of Cups reversed. And the Nine of Wands. With the Seven of Swords. So there's the illumination. There's the epiphany. So yeah. So what I see here is two deeply wounded people emotionally that, you know, both of you have your hearts blocked. So this really was a passageway of the heart. I feel a connection to catalyze both of you to recognize the mirror of where you were both emotionally unavailable. That's the dark mirror I feel coming through. And so I feel movement leaving this combative situation behind. This was a connection to reflect the dark mirror aspects of your lower ego, right? Where you play into drama, because we're leaving cycles of drama behind, Sagittarius. And so, you know, leaving situations behind that aren't worth our time. Lessons in standing up for ourselves, going through the distorted views of the ego. And I do feel, you know, a release here. Something maybe you held on to, whether, you know, you held on because of the money. I feel maybe both of you didn't manage your finances well in a connection here. But I feel it's time to decide what's next, right? Pride has really held somebody back here for sure when it comes to, you know, taking steps in a brand new direction. Pages are fresh new energy. I do feel this was a connection to maybe pay off some karmic debt for inner child healing. And so there's going to be a rebalancing, I feel. January might be the start of divorce proceedings even. Like you might have to take it to court. And everything will work out the way it's meant to if you're coming from a place of integrity. But I just feel two people here that don't trust one another. There's really... The only emotions here are triggered emotions. There's really a lack of love here. And so I do feel, you know, walking away from a situation, I think both of you are deeply wounded. I don't think, you know, you both went into this intending to hurt one another, but I feel two people deeply wounded. And it's time to plant a seed in a new direction, to put your effort in a new direction, to release any worry about planning, but trust that it's going to take time to rebuild, right? So there's going to be an epiphany here. And this is going to be like, you know, something coming to light, an embarrassing secret coming to light. And maybe you do feel embarrassed because this person is going towards another lover. But I feel this is really going to create a new opportunity for you to release any fears, to break free from an illusion of this being a false, like a secure foundation, because it really wasn't secure. It was always meant to crumble in the first place. So I kind of feel two people going their own ways and maybe even blocking communication with somebody that is probably going to be lashing out. Because the Empress in reverse doesn't know her worth and value. So you decide who you are. But we definitely got a karmic feminine here playing the victim. Definitely seeking revenge. Not wanting to learn a lesson, close out a cycle. And being disillusioned as somebody, I feel, departs a situation that, you know, they didn't want them to walk away from. Yeah, because this is triggering a core abandonment wound is what it feels like. So it's like there's a lack of loyalty. There's a lack of trust. There is an ending here when it comes to some type of trauma bond. And it's triggering some type of an awakening. And there is gossip for sure surrounding this situation. So it's not feeling very good, Sag. But let's get you a little love note from the universe. So... see me in their eyes. I do feel like a gaze into somebody's eyes, which may trigger some type of activation, right, of the shadow self. Excess pity party here needs to be released. Sometimes the good is hidden. Sometimes we don't see the blessing in an ending because it's hidden, because we're not meant to see what's hidden in the blessing, right? And so the blessing is always there. Find the good in any negative situation. I do feel like a shocking ending, but there's clues as to what's hidden all around you. And so you've got time, I feel. I just feel it's really time to go through the transmuting of this sorrow, to understand that maybe you're worth more than this, right? And what do we got on the bottom of the deck? You have what it takes. You must learn to lead yourself out of being brokenhearted. I do feel your heart is broken, Sag. But you have the power to lead yourself back into a state of life. In a state of love, sorry. You need to understand that whatever is going on in your life, it always works out for the highest good, right? So whatever's going on, you might not have all of the answers, but the universe is on your side. And so you might not have the truth and the clarity you need right now, but there's like a role reversal here for you to go through some type of restoration. And that's kind of what I got for you, Sagittarius. So I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, I do encourage you to check the description box below. And I also look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.